Good afternoon, dear subscribers of my YouTube channel. We continue our series, Playing with Credit Cards. In the first video, I talked a bit about the history of credit cards and what goes on behind the scenes, who profits from it and how. In the second video, I explained which types of credit cards are suitable for which categories of people so that you can earn as many points as possible. And in this video, I will tell you how you can earn points on transactions that are not normally allowed by credit cards. How can you, for example, pay your apartment rent with a credit card? How can you pay your taxes with a credit card? How can you pay the property tax on your house with a credit card? And if you are a business client and you have a corporation, how can you pay your corporate tax, GST, or remittance? You can pay all of these with a credit card and earn points from it. All of this became possible thanks to a single platform that launched in Canada a few years ago. This platform is called Chexy. So, without any further delay, let's discuss how you can earn points on transactions like taxes or rent thanks to Chexy. I want to say right away that Chexy is not sponsoring this video, but if you use the link in this description, you'll get a small kickback. In this video, I'll show you how to open an account and how to use it. Chexy was launched in Canada a few years ago. It started by allowing people to pay rent using a credit card. The platform became so popular that they began expanding their capabilities. And now, as I already mentioned, you can not only pay rent with credit cards, but also your taxes, property tax, corporate tax, remittance, and GST. And every month, they keep adding more and more options. Now, let's discuss the details of this platform, how it works, who it works with, and how they make money from it. First of all, Chexy only accepts Visa cards and, fortunately, American Express. They do not allow the use of MasterCard, so if you have a MasterCard, unfortunately, you won't be able to use this platform. I recommend that everyone open this account. First of all, there are no one-time fees for opening an account. Secondly, they don't have any monthly fees. You only pay for the transactions you make, so there's no reason not to have this account even if you only use it once a year. How does this transaction physically take place? If you need to pay, for example, taxes, you open a bill payment in Chexy and add your information. Chexy takes the money from your credit card and transfers it, let's say, to the CRA as a payment. The CRA doesn't even know that this is happening through a credit card. It's the same as when you pay rent. If you decide to pay your rent to your landlord using a credit card, they receive it the same way they did before, either by e-transfer or however you used to pay. Or if they used to automatically withdraw from your account, say using PAD, then they will continue to do so in the future. You simply inform your landlord that your account has changed, give them what's called a void check, and from then on, they will withdraw from this new account. In reality, Chexy withdraws money from your credit card and allows your landlord to withdraw from the Chexy account as if it were your checking account. The beauty of it is that you don't need to ask anyone because the person or organization receiving the money doesn't even know that the transaction went through a credit card. Now the question is, how does Chexy make money from this? Of course, they charge a fee for this transaction. The fee they charge for this transaction, essentially the commission, is 1.75%. What does this mean? For this to be profitable for you, your credit card needs to give you more points or a higher percentage than 1.75. In this video, I will talk about two categories of people. The first category is those for whom this should be profitable, who earn specifically on the difference between what they pay Chexy and what their credit card pays them. The second category of people is business clients. These are clients who can theoretically pay these expenses through their business account. Just imagine this 1.75% fee is paid by your corporation. This is what's called a write-off, but the points you receive go to you and they are not taxed. Let's first discuss the situation for ordinary people, say for a typical family. How can you make this platform profitable for you? For this, it's simply a matter of math. If the cashback your credit card gives you is greater than 1.75%, then it's profitable for you. The most profitable card today is the Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite. Why? Because they give you 4% cashback on recurring bills. If you have monthly payments, you can spread your property tax, your rent, your taxes into monthly payments. And since they are withdrawn monthly, automatically from your account, they are considered recurring and the Scotia card will give you 4%. You pay 1.75% to Chexy and you end up with a net profit of 2.25%. The Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite is a Visa card, so you can use it in this program and it costs you $120 per year. It also gives 4% on groceries, but of course, it is very different from the American Express Cobalt. That's why I'm not a fan of cashback, but at the moment, there are different categories of people. There are people who maybe don't travel much for vacation. And for them, getting cashback is the most important thing. So in that case, this card is really suitable. If you use Chexy, you'll earn from it. But still, the best option would be to use American Express. But Purely mathematically, for people who will use it just to get cashback, I believe that, as of today, there is no better card in Canada than the Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite. This platform is also very beneficial for those who pay rent. I think that people who pay rent most likely don't have the money to go on vacations, so maybe this option is actually the best for them. Now, I'd like to discuss the situation for business clients. Why is this beneficial? Every time I talk to people who have a business about this topic, they immediately understand what it is and ask for the link to sign up for this program right away. Why is this beneficial for people who have their own business? The thing is, you pay your business expenses through Chexy. Let's say you pay your corporate tax, or if you have employees, you need to pay their remittance every month, or GST. In this situation, you earn points for yourself, so to speak, and you get them without them being taxed. But this 1.75% fee is paid by your corporation. And when clients realize how interesting this is, why it's beneficial, then of course there's no reason to delay, and it makes sense to open this account, because from that moment on you can pay a huge number of different expenses not from your regular account, or by having them automatically withdrawn from your account, but instead you pay through a credit card and earn quite a bit from it. I believe that if you use the right card, you can not only earn from it, but also kill two birds with one stone. For Chexy, for people who have their own business, I recommend using the American Express Platinum Business Card. This card gives you 1.25 points for any transaction no matter what it is, whether it's taxes, property taxes, or anything else. Thanks to this card, when you're on vacation and traveling around Canada or anywhere in the world, you have unlimited access to airport lounges. You can relax in a lounge instead of sitting in the airport or looking for a place to sit down. I'll record another video specifically for people who have their own business. I'll show you just how beneficial this card is. Yes, it costs $799, but if you do everything right, not only will you get a huge number of points from Chexy, but if you use only what you're entitled to, since they give you certain perks every year, then instead of costing you $799, it won't cost you anything at all. But for that, you need to understand how it works. I'll explain that in a special video. That will be the next video where I'll explain why this platform or this credit card is especially beneficial for people who have their own business. I'll put a link to this card in the description of this video. It will be very advantageous for you to use it here, because if there is any promotion on this card at the moment, you will get it, since I update the link every time Amex offers me something interesting. Here's another business transaction that is very, very beneficial. We often do financial planning for clients. Specifically for clients who have their own business, we explain how you can use an insurance strategy so that you can take money out of your corporation with very little taxation. For this, we set up insurance policies. These insurance policies, of course, are serious. They're not small because this insurance is directly related to tax planning. But life insurance companies do not allow you to pay this monthly or annual premium. Thanks to Chexy, you can now pay for your corporate insurance. This way, your organization pays the fee, but you get the points. And for us, this is quite a normal occurrence. So for those who use this strategy, I recommend giving us a call. We'll show you just how beneficial it is for people who own their own business. We have many clients who pay $200,000 or more per year into this insurance. Just imagine, you pay $200,000 through Chexy, so you've already earned 250,000 points. That's a huge number of points that you've earned from just one transaction. That's already enough for you to fly anywhere in the world in business class. Here, I'd like to make a small note. If you click on the link, this page will open. This doesn't mean you have to get this particular card. I believe this is the most advantageous card for people who have their own business. If you're interested in other cards, click on this link, and here you can see all the cards that American Express offers. And here, for example, is the Cobalt, which I think everyone living in Canada should have. Of course, if you're a student or someone who, let's say, has no income at all, then maybe you should use free cards, but at the moment, this card is the most beneficial in Canada. If you click the link regarding this Chexy platform, you'll have two options. You can open a standard account or you can open a business account. Of course, for people who don't have a business, there's no point in opening a business account because there are some restrictions there. But for those clients who do have their own business, you'll really be doing yourself a disservice if you open a regular account. You need a business account because a business account will allow you to pay for things like corporate tax, GST, remittance, and so on. So when you're opening an account, be sure to pay attention to this. Yes, if you're opening a business account, there will be one extra step for you. You might need to upload some document for them because they need to be sure that you really do have a business. But if a person is opening a regular account, no documents are needed. You open the account and can start using it right away. If it's a business account, then there will be a bit more work. After you open the account, you can start adding some payments to it. You can see that in my account, there are a lot of automatic payments that I pay monthly. In the wallet section, you can add your credit cards. This change happened at the beginning of this year. Previously, it was only possible to use one credit card, and I had to open 2 accounts, but now you don't need to do that because you can add up to 5 credit cards to your wallet folder, and when you make payments, you can choose which credit card to use for each transaction. Calculator example. Here you can see which card will be the most beneficial for your situation. Note that there are a lot of cards here, but at the very top is the Scotiabank Momentum Visa Infinite. If you have, let's say, about $2,000 a month that you'll be running through this platform, and if you're a business client with, say, around $10,000 a month, then of course the Business Platinum credit card comes out on top. Before I give an example of how you can set up payments, I'd like to mention another very interesting feature. Chexy reports your monthly payments to the credit bureau. What does this mean? It means that if someone has no credit history or a poor credit history, thanks to the fact that you pay your rent with a credit card, Chexy sends information to Equifax every month, and this of course can improve your credit situation. It's very important of course to actually make the payment, because if you don't pay, they can also send negative information there. Now let's take a look at how you can actually make a transaction on this platform. You click on the new payment button. Their platform has changed, so if you look at how it used to be, or if there's a video online showing the platform as it was even just a few months ago, it would look a little different. At the moment, you need to specify what you want to pay for or whom you want to pay. For example, if you want to pay property tax in Winnipeg, options like Winnipeg City, business tax, property tax, and water waste will appear. Let's say we're talking about property tax. Suppose you have to pay $1,000 a month. Your account number. Now you choose whether you want to pay monthly or as a one-time payment, right? Maybe you want to pay all your taxes at once, or you'll be paying monthly. If you want to use this particular program where you receive 4% as recurring bills, then of course it makes sense to do it monthly. Although, to be honest, even if you have a corporation and you pay some expenses, I like the monthly expenses. It's convenient, you know exactly how much is leaving your account, so you can make either a monthly or a one-time payment. If we're talking about monthly payments, you choose which day of the month the money should be withdrawn, and Chexy processes this transaction. For example, if you always have to pay on the 1st of the month, then I would, of course, set it for the 28th, so you don't miss the deadline. After you have filled in all the information, you can double-check that everything is correct and proceed to the next page. On the next page, you will need to choose which credit card you will use to pay for this transaction. In my case, of course, only American Express appears, just American Express. You select which card to use, and with that, you're done setting up this bill payment. What I like about this platform is that they always indicate what happens next, because bill payment is very simple. It's like when you go to the bank, make a bill payment there for your phone or something else, and that's it. But when we talk about e-transfer, don't forget, you can even pay by e-transfer. For example, I pay my massage therapist this way. Since he doesn't accept credit cards, I send him an e-transfer. I also use this platform. I transfer money through Chexy and he receives it as an e-transfer. Here you can see, right now the transaction I just made has appeared. They will now be making payments every month, and now you can see this transaction on the dashboard. If you want to make any changes, you just click on this transaction, and thanks to this edit button, you can make any changes. Either change the credit card, or change the date, or change the amount. It's very, very convenient and simple if you know how it works. But if you have problems, it can become a big issue. That's why we offer this service to our clients. If you use Chexy and you are our client, you can call us and I will be happy to explain what you need to do if you have any problem with the transaction. Here, just as an example, you can see if you select CRA, say you want to pay taxes, then all these options will appear for you. You can pay your income tax, you can pay installments. Since I am currently in a personal account, that's why you don't see transactions like GST, corporate taxes, and so on. But if you open a corporate account, you can pay all corporate expenses there, but you can also pay your personal expenses, such as personal income tax or property taxes. In conclusion, I would like to make a couple of notes. You can use Chexy to pay bills, pre-auth, or e-transfer. It is very important to understand that the money Chexy transfers, for example, to your organizations or to certain people, must first be withdrawn from your credit card. Therefore, it is very important. If you need to make a payment on the 1st of the month, it would be wise to do everything in Chexy 3 or 4 days in advance, so that you don't end up being late and having to pay some kind of late fee. In our company, we teach clients how to manage their money properly. We help you save on taxes, we assist you with insurance, investments, and mortgages. And there is also a very interesting mortgage option called All-in-One, where you can pay off your mortgage 2 or even 3 times faster. In this all-in-one program, credit cards play a major role. So if you combine the credit card strategy I explain in this series with the all-in-one mortgage, you can't even imagine how beneficial it is. So follow me on social media. Contact us if you need mortgages, insurance, investments, or financial planning. We will help you in all areas. That's all for now. I wish you all the very best God's blessings and good health. See you next time in the virtual world. This was Victor Sheffer with you.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it useful. We would appreciate it if you share it with your friends and acquaintances.
Follow us, Facebook, VS Financial Group, and on YouTube, VS Solutions.
If you are interested in getting a mortgage or need insurance, fill out the form on our website vsolutions.ca.
Contact us by phone at 1-87728-2904 or email us at safeivsolutions.ca.
Enjoy your wonderful life today, and we will work hard to create a truly successful tomorrow for you.